Today we close out another chapter in the Auto Obsessive Garage, Project Mini Green Bean. Welcome back to the Auto Obsessive Garage. Chadwick with you again for another installment, the final installment of Project Mini Green Bean. That is our 2005 Mini Cooper S. On this episode, guys, we're going to recap everything we had to do to this car, cosmetically, mechanically, you name it. Big stuff on the interior for sure with that headliner, having never done one of those before. But anyway, it was a good project. I'm glad it's wrapped up and I think the car came out pretty good. So let's relive those moments from the recent past and see what it took to make Project Mini Green Bean what it is today. Let's get in the garage and visit some memories. But overall, let's go around the exterior. Headlights need to be restored. Nice little ding there. I'm gonna try to PDR, bounce that out, and fix it up. Might have to respray this bumper because it looks like it was parked on the streets quite a bit. A lot of bumper taps there. So I might just bring that bumper back to life. You guys know how I do it. Cool little spoiler. You'll notice that the third tail light is completely missing. Gonna be replacing that. One of the first things we're gonna replace are these trunk struts. I absolutely hate having a trunk with blown struts because it really is annoying putting stuff in the back, which there isn't. It's time to get some new pads, rotors, and fluid on this Mini Cooper S. I'm going to show you guys how to do the front and rear brakes on this vehicle, as well as the brake pad wear sensors and how to replace those wires. That should come with a quality brake replacement kit. Known issue is this front wheel. They definitely hit something. Look at that. That wheel's no good to me. Closer inspection, you can see the actual spoke there is cracked all the way through. The center cap's missing. It's time to trash that wheel. It might be able to be restored, but I'm not gonna play that game. I'm gonna source another mini wheel to take its place. The other thing I didn't mention is look at these tires. Every tire is a different brand. Some are, they're like 185s in the front, which is weird because it's supposed to be a 195 all around car. So new tires, definitely on the list of items. But overall, I'd rate this exterior pretty high. Inside the 2005 Mini Cooper S, and you got a pretty good spot in here. It's not looking bad at all. Traditional Mini fashion, if you don't have a sunroof, you get to have this, the saggy headliner of doom. So we're gonna pull this headliner out and replace it. We need to do that. I just can't have a circus tent looking headliner. Let's pop the hood and check out this supercharged engine. So what I'm looking for in here, things we're gonna do is, I know the plug wires, these are all original. I don't see any receipt of the spark plugs being done. And I might do these coils too, just to give it a fresh start. I know they have some concerns with those going bad too, so yeah, we're at 86,000 volts. The car is 18 years old, so it's about time to start doing some of those wear items. Valve cover gasket is seeping a little bit, I saw that. I'm sorry, the lighting is not the best. So we're gonna have to pull that off, which means pulling our intercooler, top mount intercooler off to access that. It's all fine and dandy. We gotta do the plugs and everything too, so we'll open it up. We'll do a new air filter, and when I was inspecting under here, I did see a tear here in the intake. And that is looking absolutely way better. Time to put some primer on our bumper. And there we go. We're done the pads and rotors at this point. The next thing we need to do is that sensor we removed. This hatch is gonna pop right open, watch. Check that out. Let's triple check the installation, key on, engine off, and we're gonna hit that brake pedal. There we go, working third brake leg. And we should be able to pull it out. Just go easy. I've got a table here off to the side that we're gonna lay it on. Here's the headliner, the cardboard portion with all that foam that's come off the actual fabric material. We've got to take that foam off to create a good mating surface for the new material we're going to use. I'm just going to use a stiff wire brush like this. You don't have to use metal or brass or copper or bronze or whatever material. Just a stiff bristle brush will be enough. This stuff comes up pretty easy, but we want to make sure we get it off. And we've got the headliner all mounted up in the car. We obviously just have to put all our little fun things back on. And But there's our top mount intercooler from our Mini Cooper S. There we go, nice and easy. Pull her straight up. Mini Cooper S valve cover removed. Well, they go with this hollow part towards the top of the valve cover, so you'll just see this part here when you're pressing it in. So line those in, up. And you want to kind of push the valve cover gasket down into the valve cover, and that's going to help it stay on there. Okay, I'm super happy with our fitment. We've got all our spark plug gaskets in to protect those, and the valve cover gasket around the perimeter is in too. It's time to drop the valve cover back into the car with the valve cover gasket in place. To show you how brittle this rubber gets over time, check this out. And that's not even the crack I saw, that was a separate crack underneath. Our crack was right here, but look. That's what happens to this old rubber, unfortunately. There we go, hose to the throttle body has been removed. This is what we are replacing. Air box to throttle body, hose here. You want to match it up next to the original to make sure it's exactly right, and this one looks to be exactly right. So it's going to fit there over the throttle body, go right into the air box. All right, we're going to put the spark back in this little Mini, I swear. We got new NGK Iridium plugs. We're going to pair that with a wonderful new NGK wire set, matching wire set. That's going to help. Everything on here is original. It's never been touched on this car, and it is due time for some fresh stuff. Our coil pack is going to be replaced with this Delphi unit. No surprise with cylinder 4, more of the same. Yep. Definitely working with our OEM spark plugs. Here are the 4 NGK Iridium spark plugs we'll be installing in our Mini Cooper S. Let's go ahead and install all 4 at this time. Time to install our new coil pack on the Cooper S. Ooh, I'm feeling good about that. That looks really good. Okay, we can run our plug wires at this time too. No reason not to. All right, oil come out's nice and dark, so it's definitely due for a change. There's our oil filter. Let me show you in more detail. Here's our old oil filter out of the car, and what we're going to be replacing that with is a man filter. Add our oil. Now, depending on where you source this info on the interwebs, you're going to see a number between 4.5 quarts and 5 quarts. I like to air right in the middle at 4.8. Play this game safe. I always rotate the cap so it's perfectly straight and looks fantastic.